All right, guys. How you doing today? Or how you doing tonight, rather? Sorry. So keep in mind, there's a 30-second delay. So for every comment that goes up, uh, it's going to take me a little time to respond. All right. So, okay. All right. Okay. All right. I'm Bridal. I jump on and I already see that you're something's pissing you off. All right, guys. What's going on? Um. So let's get into it. Um. I just read one of the comments, something about making you check. What is it before you buy? What's going on, Rob? What's going on, Mark? Arizona Ranger, you're right. It doesn't matter who wins. It's going to be a real shit show. What's going on, Chris? Liz, how you doing? Peepa, Peepappa, Huma. I'm sorry if I destroyed your name. What's going on? JC, what's up? John, how you doing? John, what's going on? John Mott, that is. Sorry. Marbury. Yeah, I've heard that a while now. Hey, Maverick, no more. So what's going on, everybody? Yes, I heard about the background check for ammo a while ago, so I'm not surprised at all. Um, that legislation on bridal might get shot down, so that's a good thing. Like I said, I heard about this before, so it's nothing new. I'm not surprised at all. What's going on, Leap of Faith? Ginger Beard, what's up? So again, PJ, what's going on? So, like I said, it's nothing new. There's nothing going on. It's nothing that I'm surprised about at this point. Nothing surprises me at this point. So, again, uh, I heard about it before, but I also heard that it might get shot down just because it's stupid. Because what if you want to buy ammo as a gift for someone, right? So again, and then there's a couple other reasons why not. Uh, what's going on, Hank, from the Netherlands? So we should stop selling guns. So we will see. Tommy, I do not think the UN is going to come into the USA. Not yet, anyway. I mean, not as long as Trump's in office. Now, should Biden win? I can guarantee you, if Biden wins, give it a year before. What's going on, Kunga? Give it a year before he steps down because of medical reasons, and the vice president steps in. And the vice president, we all know, it's going to be a female, and we all know it's going to be Kamala Harris. It's not a surprise, guys. They need to have a black uh, vice president to be the first. So that being said, should he win, she's stepping in, right? And then she'll be the first black female president, and they already got their check. Both boxes are checked, right? So we'll see. Someone just asked another question. I heard today Antifa is preparing to make another autonomous zone. Uh, Ham, Ham Dija, if I'm saying your name right. I was told by one of my moderators that they're starting another autonomous zone in Tacoma, Washington. Um, but I haven't heard anything on the news yet, but I was told through one of my moderators. Uh, Prepper RN, the $1 billion budget cut from NYPD, that could mean anything. Is it a bad thing? Yes, because it's not going to go to what they said it was originally going to go to. So it's supposed to go to youth programs. It is not going to youth programs. So we got to see, you know, what else is going on with that budget cut. Now the budget cut, um, is bad because it's a citywide budget cut. So forget about NYPD for a moment. The entire city is going to get hammered with this budget cut. NYPD is taking the bulk of it, but then the fire department, EMS, corrections, we're all going to start taking a beating because of this budget cut. Now, keep in mind, the mayor and his wife, the shitbag those two are, they lost over $800 million of the city's money, and now they want to budget cut for whatever reason. Um, if they can find that money that they stole, obviously, you know, they'll make up that gap. Yeah, Eckham, I guess if that's if I'm saying it right. Eckham, racial tensions are growing. I'm starting to see more and more people become annoyed. And when I mean become annoyed, I'm talking about with the whole Black Lives Matter. And then, for every racial incident that happens now, or not, it becomes a racial incident, right? So a racial incident that's made up becomes it's overblown, right? And then we have racial incidents that are non-existent, but someone will make it into a and you're right, Ed. It's not right. It's not lost. It's stolen. So they're gonna make things into a racial incident. So listen, what's going on, Yosemite? It's going to be something new each week. As soon as this starts dying off, something else is going to happen. Now, uh, my notes here, and I keep looking off to the side because I have limited room, so I have to pile everything on top of one side of my table here. But for for the most part, the racial tension here in the United States is growing. Obviously, right? We are all seeing it. We had that couple in St. Louis guard their homes with weapons, and they're trying to turn that into a racial incident, right? But then you have Trump who posted that white power tweet, and that's sparking another thing. So this president, I'm sorry, guys. I mean, as much as I'm saying I'm voting for him, he's still a fucking idiot. All right. The guy posted. He posted a post of somebody saying white power. Now, I pretty much understood what the guy was saying with white power, because everybody's running around the street saying black power. So he's saying the opposite effect. But as a president of the United States, you cannot be posting that kind of shit. Period. I don't give a fuck what your who you side with. As a president in the public eye, you have to remain impartial, right? And posting that was about the stupidest thing he's done so far. And this is why I call it what I call it. He's just not a very fucking smart dude when it comes to shit like that. He's probably smart in other aspects, but he is definitely not smart when it comes to fucking posting stupid shit like that. All right. And you know, as far as a race war goes, I do not know. A civil war I could see coming. The problem with a civil war, the only upside to a civil war not happening, or the reason for it not happening, sorry, is that everybody is on their own page. Everybody's trying to do their own thing. Everybody's trying to push their own cause. So as long as we have everybody in their separate corners trying to push their own cause, I doubt very much we'll have a civil war. But if they get everybody on the same page, we're definitely going to have a civil war. And it's going to be the right versus the left. It's not going to be a white thing. It's not going to be a black thing. It's going to be a right versus left thing. Yeah, exactly, CM. Right, Yosemite Prepper. See, that's the thing. So a lot of us support Trump, and I'm only supporting Trump, guys, for one reason and one reason only. Biden cannot win. That's the bottom line. Biden is the enemy of this country. He is by far the true enemy. And whoever he picks as his vice president isn't no fucking better. So, you know, 4 years ago, I voted for myself. I wrote my name in, and just to have fun and be a clown about it, because I didn't think Trump was going to win. And then he won. Okay. Now, that being said, um, I don't think he's going to win because of this whole voting thing. This whole voting what is that? Mail-in ballots. Mail-in ballots. Sorry, that can be fucking swinged in any direction. Mail-in ballots means you could fucking have a million dead people vote, and who's going to check that, right? And even if they do check it, I mean, how many are going to get passed that are going to count, right? So, again, it all depends. If Trump wins, shit's going to fucking get out of control. If Trump loses, shit's going to get out of control, right? Because now you're going to have a president who's going to let you do whatever you want to do, Biden, right? So, it's going to be a pretty interesting voting year. Election. So, with this whole racial tension, um, Kim Wilson, Kuru disease. I never heard. I know that he has some kind of debilitating brain disease. Obviously, we can fucking see it. But Kuru disease, I didn't hear. But if you know something, then fine. It is what it is. Now, obviously, guys, here's the thing. So I know a lot of you are Trump supporters, but listen, I can support Trump, but I can't support all of his actions. And that action he did the other day was just fucking insanely stupid. And then that's just the other day. Sorry, Mighty Warrior. We might as well, right? We might as well have a solar flare, Yellowstone erupt, and an alien invasion all in fucking one. I mean, like, what else is what else is left? Sarita, exactly. Whoever wins, we lose. Biden wins, then Kamala. Right. Mark becomes. Exactly, Daniel. That's what I was saying earlier. I was saying that Biden wins, we're screwed because Kamala Harris is in. And listen, Kamala Harris is being picked. He's going to wait till next week. He is right now being forced to pick a blackish kind of person for his vice president. So whoever the other chick that he's going to pick is not going to be, you know, the pick, if you will. Going to be Kamala Harris. I mean, like, it's not a fucking surprise. So now, guys, here's the here CM. Absolutely, I've been called an Uncle Tom and what is that? A step and fetch shit. I've been called all of that. See, guys, here's the thing. Name calling doesn't bother me. I'm not a pussy. All right, I don't waver at name calling. I mean, we grew up in the '80s. Name calling should be nothing to you. Being that I'm black and I've been called, like a nigger a handful of times by Dominicans, white people, Asians, whether they're Chinese or Korean. I've been called a nigger so many times. It sort of washes over you. Plus, my father always taught me they're gonna want to get you mad. They're gonna want to get you mad by calling you the big word, right? And the problem is the big word is nigger. They want to call you a nigger so you can get pissed off, so you can react, right? So you can hit them and they can sue. I'm not that guy, right? I don't waver that easily. I mean, it's that simple, you know. And if you let words bother you, you are easily controlled. Period. You cannot let people call you whatever it is, right? If you're gay, they call you a fag. If you're white, they call you a cracker. If you're a Jew, they call you a kike. If you can be controlled easily by words, you are easily controlled. Period. And it's that simple. Um, Name calling is just that, name calling. Now, should they, Tyrone ornaments? Should they get in your face, hands on? All bets are off. Then you go to fucking war. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, Ron. Thank you, everyone, for the comments. So you just gotta let it fucking off your back. Listen, they can call you whatever the fuck they want to call you. Words are just words. That's right, American freedom. They're not supposed to. You're not supposed to be triggered by words. Bottom line. Um, and like I said, my father used to tell me that about people wanting to fight you or put you in jail. Right? They'll say this to you and get you pissed off. So that's the problem, and it doesn't bother me. at all. I mean, you guys should read some of my comments. By the way, guys, um, a lot of you guys, if not most of you who are on here, I appreciate the backup. I appreciate you guys going to going to war for me with people that are leaving like stupid comments. I appreciate that. I also do. I also have to let you guys know I let those comments go because it's part of free speech, right? Let YouTube be the assholes that they are and delete the comments. That's all on them. But I'm not gonna delete the comments. So if you want to call me, a jungle bunny or whatever it is, so be it. If you want to call me an Uncle Tom, so be it. I'm going to release those comments if they go into the spam likely folder. I'll release them, right? I do not delete comments. That's the thing. You can call me whatever you want to call me, but I'm not against uh, freedom of speech. So again, that being said, if your comments go in one of my if you write a comment and it disappears, I didn't delete it. YouTube more than likely did. And that's just something that they've been doing lately with a lot of people. So, that being said, um, just keep that in mind. If you make a comment and it's gone, blame YouTube, not me. The only comments I delete are exactly Tyrone. Um, and Tyrone, is that the Malcolm X? Because if it is, I'm digging that. Um, so I'm sorry, lost my train of thought. Yes, so YouTube's going to do what they're going to do, guys, and I'm going to go and try to release it, and that's that. And so it is what it is. Um, I like I said, I don't understand why they and some listen, guys. Some of the YouTube channels that I mean, some of the comments you guys make on YouTube, some like very simple comments like, "Hey man, loved your video, thank you," and then they put that in a likely spam as well, which is strange, right? Because you're just making a comment. But when you use big words like nigger or I'm gonna kill you, that seems to delete altogether. Even when I go into the likely spam or withheld for review or held for review section, it's not there. So it is what it is. And here's the problem, guys. A couple of you just mentioned it. If China winds up buying Google or buys a part of Google, because I don't think they own them just yet or bought into it just yet, but if they buy into them yet, you can kiss freedom of speech. You can kiss freedom of speech goodbye. Sorry. So that's a bad thing. And if China or the Chinese company or whatever decides to buy into Google, it is time to come off of YouTube. Period. So I am coming up with a website. I had a website discrepancy. I started building it, and then I found out that the website I wanted or the program plan that I wanted wasn't for me. So I had to take everything off and start again. So hopefully in about a month, because the website I want is going to cost me money. Um, that's when I'm going to back up my videos as well. I mean, hopefully, I can also hold live streams on that platform as well, because it is probably going to be sooner or later we're going to have to tell YouTube and Google to go fuck themselves, because if you keep constricting freedom of speech, then what is it worth? Um, I mean, I don't know what else to where else to go with that. Toy, China's taking everything over, man. China is fucking. They're trying to buy everything. They're trying to buy Google because, and not that I'm assuming they're trying to buy Google. Sorry, because Google's a huge platform, and what better way to control the media and platform and speech is through Google, which is owned by YouTube, or vice versa. Reverse that. Jesus Christ. All right. Sorry. Bugs. I'm like I said. I'm thinking about Patreon. I don't know how to set that up. Meaning, I know how to set up Patreon. I don't know what to offer you guys. Right. So if I ask you guys, hey, pay $1 a month, right? Every month, you need to get something out of it. I can't ask you to pay something for nothing. Maybe like I said, I don't know how to set it up. And being that people are out of work and there's no money in a lot of households, I feel like an asshole for someone who's still working to ask you for money. So the Patreon's a hard one for me to do right now. And if I did something, maybe a T-shirt club, right? You pay $1 a month for a year, and you get a T-shirt at the end of the year. Maybe I could do something like that, so you get something in return. But I can't do something for nothing. I can't do it at all. So that's that. All right, guys. So let's get back into the racial tensions growing. All right. So at some point, you're gonna have to choose sides. Now, I said this before. Tony, I have a group on Meetup. It's called NYC Preppers Network, and that's to meet in person. Obviously, I think I'm gonna have my first in person meeting in August. So we'll see. Um, Susan, what's parallel, parlor? What's parlor? If you can elaborate a little bit. And guys, for those of you asking questions, if you have to ask it more than once, sorry. I you know, if you have to ask more than once, it's because I'm trying to read, talk, and then read my notes at the same time. Mighty, I live in New York State. All right, so the shithole of New York City, I live in. Rebecca, what I need for a website is monthly. It's expensive. I don't want to mention it on here. It's pretty. It's up there. Um, Frankston, yeah, that's the thing. I'm trying to get my channel back. So here's the update on my channel. Before I get into this thing, the racial tension growing section. All right, so my channel right now is in limbo. They've recovered my channel, but they can't upload it to any of my brand accounts, which is sort of like them fucking with me. Okay, fine, but at right now, I think I'm at 13,000 subscribers, so I'm almost back to where I left off at. So if they give me my channel back, I'm just going to move the live streams to this channel and then 86 the other channel, or I don't know, vice versa. I would like to just kick this channel since this channel seems to be doing better, has a better mojo to it, if you will. More people like it. It's pronounced parlay. Oh, all right, but it's geared towards free speech. So Arizona Ranger, is parlay a come on, help me out here. Is it like a YouTube? That's what I'm asking. Sorry. But anyway, yeah, Sky. You're right. There's a lot of BS with what you call it. So my other platform, I don't want to make people pay for it. That's the other fucking play. Thank you, Leap of Faith. I'm almost at 15,000, right? So, and McGarth, I was on Doomsday Prepper. Thank you for bringing that up, because not one live stream goes by where people don't bring it up. But it's cool. So anyway, doing the the website, it's going to be worth it, but I don't want to charge people for it. I'd rather come out of pocket, or hopefully I get enough subscribers that this channel could subsidize that website for now until it grows, and then I make more money. Like I said, it is what it is. What's going on, Joe? I'd rather not. I'd rather not have people pay for it. Because unless I have people pay for the website, and if I can get 175 people to join the website a month for $1, I can keep it running, right? So if all my subscribers actually paid $1, I can keep the website running with no problem. I can also do that, but we'll see. We'll see down the line. Like I said, I don't like asking for money, and I don't like, you know, doing that kind of shit. At Angryprepper, call into the Anthony Brian Logan's call and get you some exposure. Thanks, Deb. Thank you for that. Also, guys, by the way, I mean, there's a lot of people on here, but NY Prepper had a live stream, and I did not know until it was too late. So I'm trying not to step on his toes. I got to talk to the guy, and we got to, stay on the same page as far as who plans what, so that um, we don't step on each other's toes, or at least I don't step on his toes. If he has a plan first, I'll plan it for another day. So that was my fault for planning on the same day he had his. I didn't know, like I said, till recently. Thank you, Carol. Uh, Arizona Ranger. I'm working on a T-shirt. I'm just. I have to admit, I'm being lazy about it. Um, it's. I got so much going on and arguing with YouTube about. I'm not as stupid as I look. I tell them that all the time. Don't play me like an idiot. Like I said, call me whatever the fuck you want, but do not play me like a moron. And I know what they're capable of. I know exactly what YouTube's capable of. All right. So, Sarita, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you for the donation. So, I hate that. I hate that kind of shit. So, again, guys, with the website and backing my videos on it, um, you know, I'll work on it. Some of you guys think that's a good idea. Fine. The Patreon thing. Um, I could probably tie the Patreon into the website. I don't know, and maybe that'll work. We'll see. Obviously, I'm going to need more help the more this grows. I don't know how other YouTubers do this shit though. I really don't. Again, being that this channel's growing a lot faster than I thought. I was supposed to hit 10,000 by July, right? So instead, I hit 10,000 earlier. Then my channel got deleted, right? Tamara, thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Thank you guys for any donation. Thank you, Rebecca, for that. All right. Thank you for you got on with us. And guys, I'm listening loud and clear. Um, you know, this is Jolene. Do me a favor. Email me later. You got my email address, and we can talk about that. Um, Joe, hats and T-shirts. Definitely T-shirts. I don't know about hats. But I'll entertain both, and I'll ask some of you guys for opinions. But I do have a T-shirt in mind. I just got to get it designed. John Hodgkins, if I'm saying your name right. I don't think so. I mean, listen, shit's getting bad here in the city. What's going on, Shane? How you doing, man? Um, Thank you for joining me tonight, guys. Mountain Scout Survival. He's a wilderness survival guy. He's spot on. He knows his shit. Uh, and I've taken a few of his courses and even helped him out in some of his classes. And he's spot on. So if you get a chance, visit his YouTube channel and or his website, which is Mountain Scout Survival School. Or Shane, just put your URL here in the comments section. That'll be great. That'll help me out in trying not to remember, trying to remember what your URL is exactly. Right, Rosie, what's going on? Right, so not a problem, Unbridled. Like I said, when I get off of here, I will start designing the T-shirt, the hat probably, and the website. I'm gonna not start considering get it running. Now I'm going to Wildwood, New Jersey, guys, in a couple of days. I might do a live stream out there if shit's out of control. If it's not, then I won't do a live stream, or I'll do a quick live stream. Shane, thank you for the donation. I appreciate it, man. Thanks. I appreciate the donations, guys. Um, so let's say we'll see. Upstate Prepper, it's not past bugging out just yet. There is a point where it's going to hit where I'm going to know it's going to be like, what the fuck? Time to get the hell out of Dodge. So we're not at that point yet. Crime is going up. We're going to talk about crime stats later. So this is what we're talking about today because I'm getting distracted so much. We're going to talk about racial tension, uh, city crime going up, or NYC crime going up, and in other cities as well. And then we're going to talk about the new swine flu. All right, so, oh shit, another fucking thing popping up. Geo, I'm hoping that was the case. I'm hoping some idiot posted it on his thing, and maybe, but there was no explanation, and it was taken down, and that's bad. You know, if he would have just, man, listen, lie to me, please, and tell me someone hacked your shit. but Twitter's not going to back that up. Twitter's absolutely not going to back up that it was hacked. Arizona Ranger, man, thank you for joining me tonight. I appreciate it. Thanks. Mike, exactly. They're going to cut a $1 billion out of the budget. So I'm trying to keep my iPad on, which I just turned on, to get a notification if that pops up. If it does, we will talk about it. So we will see. Rebecca, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Thanks for the donation. Left is going to. Oh, Hector, I get what you're saying. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if anybody else misunderstood that. I get what you're saying. Guys, you got to understand here too. When you're writing out things, if you're being sarcastic, that's hard to pick up. If you're asking a question, sometimes it can be easily misconstrued to something else. All right, so again, guys, don't take offense to that kind of stuff. Kelly, thank you for the donations. I appreciate it. And it's funny, the stickers that you guys are posting, this is the first one I'm seeing. Kelly, thank you for the donation. They don't come up as the stickers on here. They come up as stickers on YouTube. I'm using an app called Ecamm Live. Ecamm Live is pretty good. Gives this a better professional look, if you will, versus YouTube. But I do see the super chats here and stuff like that. They need an update so that I can see the stickers as well. But let's not talk about that. All right, so let's go. We talked about choosing sides, guys. Choosing sides looks like it's going to be a thing. So there might be three sides, or three parts, if you will. Uh, Essence, how you doing? There's probably going to be three places you're going to choose from if the racial tension gets bigger. You're going to pick the right, the left, or the middle. Right? That's the only places you can be. Or you can completely be neutral. Obviously, being in the middle, you're still going to be in a fight. You're going to be fighting with somebody on some side. You're going to be fighting with the left or the right. Right? Um, I fight with the left way more than I do the right because the right has some common sense. Now, the extreme right, the I don't want black people, anybody of color. If your skin's too dark, your hair's too dark, you're out. That kind of shit. The ultra racist, if you will. Those are few far in between. I mean, there are out there. There are groups out there. Don't get me wrong, but they're few far in between. Um, Tasha, I don't know. I don't know about Asians. What about the Asians? You said something. I said something about the Asians. Refresh my memory. Sorry, but you're gonna have to pick a side. And if you stay in the middle, it's still a side per se. Uh, and the left is losing their fucking minds. Yeah, prepared now. Absolutely. They're gone fucking insane. I have no clue what the fuck the left is doing. The right is being civil. Again, people are sitting there saying that you're playing to the white man's hands, and you're saying what they want to hear. And I'm like, I'm not saying what white people want to hear. I'm saying shit normal thinking people want to hear. Nobody wants to hear black power. Nobody wants to hear white power. All right. And I get both. Do not get me wrong, guys. I listen to both sides. All right. I listened to years ago, not recently. I listened to years ago about the neo Nazis and their reasoning for not liking blacks and anybody else who's not white. I get that, right? You listen to them. If you listen to what they say, you can almost get why they think the way they think. But a lot of their thinking is also uneducated thinking, right? So, and it's uneducated thinking and it's pure hate. So, trying to convince somebody who's stupid and hates you is fucking insanely hard to do. The left is hateful and stupid, so they're also going to be hard to convince. Um, Hard for you to convince to think rationally. They don't want to think rationally. They just want to hate. They just want to tear shit down because they're fucking immature children. That's the left. The left operate and sound like neo Nazis, right? And though listen, I understand neo Nazis more than I understand the fucking left because the left they're just fucking babies. It's insane, but nonetheless, They think like each other. They're uneducated people that just like to hate for the reasons of hating. Mark, what's going to happen? What's going on, D? What's going to happen? 20th Division. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. What's going to happen on the 4th of July? I don't know. I'm not going to be here. Like I said, I'll be in Wildwood. So who knows what's going to happen? I was being told, sorry, by a cop yesterday that they're not doing the blue flu strike. So, that being said, I don't think much is going to happen other than the cops are going to continue to do what they're going to do. You know, and that's that, right? Um, and again, that came straight from a cop because the union was saying that they don't want them to strike. The PBA, the NYPD's union, sucks. Sucks, guys. I mean, they're the fucking worst union I've ever fucking seen. If I was a PBA president, I'd be telling the men and women right now, we're going on fucking strike. Fuck the Taylor law. Fuck the city. Fuck the mayor and the governor. We are going on strike. All right, and that would be my angle as a PBA president. Because at some point you gotta fucking just be like, enough with the bullshit. Enough with treating us like we're stupid. Enough with Tamara, I like that one, by the way. Slip. Enough with browbeating us every fucking chance you get. Enough. So at that some point, fuck it. We're going on strike. And you know, and but the PBA president, he's a pussy. So that being said, and yes, I said it, he is a pussy. That being said, he has no balls. He's not leading his fucking the men and women of the NYPD. Um, you just can't. There's and then you got a mayor, you got a shitbag mayor who's telling you, let them blow off fireworks. Maybe so. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. Um, maybe so. I do not think there'll be a shutdown. I think that's the last thing that needs to be done, unless the left shuts it down. But I don't think there's one going to happen at least this year. I hope not. Listen, if there's a total shutdown, we're fucked. That's all I gotta say. We are fucked. I don't know what else to tell you. Guys, NY Prepper is live now. So if some of you guys want to go over and watch them, by all means, head over there. But anyway, so yes, D Block's asshole is the worst. I mean, I've never seen a mayor let a city fall to shit and actively let it fall to shit. He's like, fuck it. You know what? Let them fall, lay off fireworks. Oh, you know what? They're throwing shit at the cops. Fine, as long as it doesn't hit the cops, don't touch them. You know what? You want to piss and shit in the streets? By all means, piss and shit in the streets. It's your freedom. Oh wait, you want to you want to take down the American flag and fly down and fly the LGBT flag? By all means, fly that flag. The American flag is offensive anyway. Black Lives Matter. You guys want to tag statues and tear them down? So be it. This is the worst mayor in the history of fucking mayors. I mean, really, he is tanking the city before my eyes. I've never seen anything. I've never seen anything like this in my life. Never. So racial tension's growing, guys. Let's get back to it. I'm sorry with the back and forth. Really sorry. Uh, Racial tension is also doing something that people are not that they're not aware of. Maybe they don't give a fuck. I mean, I don't care either. But um, you're gonna force white supremacists to speak up. You're gonna force white supremacists to um, hold on, guys. So you're gonna force white supremacists to speak up and come out of hiding, and we're gonna see more of that. More of that. All right, and that's going to be the fucking problem, right? So now you're waking up white supremacists who are probably sitting there going, "Oh yeah, yeah, really? Okay, yeah, cleaning black people, cleaning white people's feet. Oh yeah, giving $10 to black folks. Yeah, you want to keep this going? Okay." And then what's the next thing that happens, guys? My biggest fear, my biggest fear. Angry American Prepper. JB, I like that. Um, my biggest fear, guys, is, and I hope this doesn't happen. I hope to God this doesn't happen. But my biggest fear is a live hanging of a black man on somebody's live stream. I fear that might happen next. I really do. Or Black Lives Matter or Antifa strings up some white dude and hangs him. That is my problem. That's my fear right now. That happening. Man, you're going to keep on paying into your customers. You said racial war division can get you to the point. Sorry, PTPW alive. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Sorry. You got to clarify that one. And guys, the rub is, um, racism is stupid. Racism was created to keep us separated. Gary, thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. Um, it's made. It's not like people say it's taught. Um, and it gets worse um, when you start pandering to it. Right? When you start pandering to racism. Um, with racial tensions growing, this is going to get bad. And that's all we fucking need is, some fucking assholes to hang somebody and say, oh, because he's black or because he's white. Nick L, what's going on? Well, hello. I hope I'm wrong too. I hope I'm severely wrong. I don't, I'm not putting anything past anyone at this point right now. Um, Agent Smith, I haven't heard that. I have not heard that. So I don't put anything past anyone right now. And we fall into this racism trap because now we have white people saying some shit like Tucker Carlson, right, was interviewing some black chick, and on the show, the black chick was saying, um, she was like, she wouldn't hire a white guy who met the criteria because he's white. She flat out said it on national TV. That's being a fucking racist, right? So how the fuck did Martin Luther King get us this far, and all the black leaders get us this far for this fucking asshole on national TV to say, "Oh, I'm not gonna hire the white guy. I don't care what his credentials is because he's white, because he had it coming to him." Meanwhile, this white guy, like Tucker Carlson said, from the Netherlands, he doesn't know anything. He had nothing to do with this. Why are you making him pay for something he had nothing to do? Oh, because he's white. And I'm paraphrasing, guys, but that's pretty much what this asshole said. The black chick I'm talking about, not Tucker Carlson. Um, you know, Carson, Tucker Carlson. Sorry, not Carlson. And Carol, thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. Yes, we are, Carol. So and this chick is outright being fucking a racist on national TV. It's like it's insane. So now we're going back there. Now they're talking about resegregation. I mean, what the fuck, really? So black students want their own dorm so that they can segregate themselves from white people. So again, we're going back in time and we are repeating fucking history, except for in reverse, if that makes any sense. So keep ripping down the statues, keep destroying history, keep gluing the pages of history together. We're gonna fucking be right back where we started, right? And then what? We'll be washing white people down the street with hoses, or black people down the street with hoses. I mean, where the fuck does it stop? You know. So racial tensions. Tucker Carlson. Thank you, Johnny. I appreciate that. I said Carlson, whatever. The white guy with the nice hair on what you call it, right? So attention towards one group is going to create animosity from other groups. So right now, what's going on, the messenger? So right now, everybody is focusing on Black Lives Matter or black people, right? So everything is pandering to uh, blacks right now, right? And I don't buy into it, especially when corporations do it. If a community decides to do it, that's one thing. But when corporations decide to do it, they're full of shit, right? So now they're pandering to black people and playing the pity card. Oh, poor Negro, let me treat you better because you've been treated bad your whole life. I'm fucking 42 years old, born in 1977. I don't remember sitting at a counter or drinking from a water fountain that said blacks. I do not remember fucking being in the back of a bus or getting a whip across my back. Don't remember any of that shit. I don't remember any of those times. I remember the cops fucking me as a kid, but because I was a kid being an asshole. That's why cops fucked with me. I mean, listen, there was probably one or two times where cops were, no problem, MG, where cops were probably, you know, racist towards me. Absolutely. But again, that's one or two times. Any other times, I was pretty much being a dick, right? And so, what happens when you're a dick to a cop? The cop's going to be a dick back to you, right? I am not saying that there are no racist cops out there, because of course there are racist cops out there. There are racist firefighters. There are racist garbage men. There are racist traffic cops. Race, right? I mean, hell, you even have racist traffic cops who are Indian, I guess, or Asian, and you know, don't like black folks. So again, we talk about racism, guys. Racism is across the board for everyone. It's not a white and black thing. Um, Again, pandering to one group like these companies are doing, you're gonna make another group jealous. You're gonna make another group have animosity towards blacks. We need to stop the pandering to one race. Just pander to people to move us forward and pass this bullshit. Because we're not going to get past this bullshit if we keep supporting Black Lives Matter. Um, uh, Alive. I'm not. I mean, listen. Black Lives Matter is might win. I don't know. You know what? They're not going to win. Not with the shit and the people I know who are getting ready for the shit they're getting ready for. I don't think so. And the problem with Black Lives Matter is that Black Lives Matter, to me, from what I've seen on TV when I was in the middle of the protest, seems like Black Lives Matter is predominantly white. So that speaks volumes. So I don't think. Listen, for the race war to happen, um, more black people to have to actually give a shit or be stupid enough to fall for the bullshit. If that makes any sense. Um, Iron Maiden, race is always an issue because people will always make it an issue, right? A white person will hate a black person. A black person will hate a white person, right? White person will do something, a black person will be like, stupid white boy. It's always going to be, right? But we don't need to fucking take it as far as hating one another and going hands on, right? It doesn't have to be that way. You could say whatever the fuck you want to say from across the line. I don't like you because you're black. Okay, all right, you know what? But you don't have to go hands on and start beating people up in the middle of the street with your skateboard or pulling them out of a truck and hit them in the head with a brick. You know what I mean? Uh, Reginald Denny, right? That's the guy that got hit in the head with the brick back in the LA riots. If that dude hated black people for the rest of his life, I would wholeheartedly fucking understand, right? The guy was doing his goddamn job, minding his fucking business. He gets caught in the middle of the riot. Oh shit, driving the truck. They pull him out of the truck, smack him in the head with a brick. If that dude didn't like black people for the rest of his life, I would understand his fucking course. I understand when black people don't like white people, especially when they experience racism. But you do have to grow up. You do have to take a step back and go, well, it was just those fucking assholes that hit me with a brick. Not all of black America, right? It was that white guy that treated me like shit. Not all of white America, right? So, Spike 12, BLM's agenda is to become a political party, right? So, yes, Ani Mask, am I saying it right? No one's acting like racism isn't real. Racism is real. But we need to address why it's where it is, right? I think it's not as bad as it was in the '60s. There's no way. When people compare racism today to the '60s, you're full of shit because you weren't alive in the '60s. Neither was I. But my parents tell me how bad it was, you know. And you know, no. But on Ani Mask, Morgan Freeman was saying, stop addressing shit black and white. Just address it as man did this, man did that. That was his point. He's not discounting racism exists. He's just saying how to stop it. They asked him about it, and he pretty much said it. Um, Listen, angry American, you're right. Freedom of speech is being killed by Facebook, Google, YouTube, whoever the fuck, Twitter. You know, But that's how you get rid of racism, guys. You get rid of racism by not addressing black man this, white man that, right? It's black, it's not, it's cop killed innocent man, not white cop kills innocent black man. That's how you feel it. Ani Mask, you are undoubtedly wrong. Black people are valued in this country. If you feel that way, then maybe you need to take a step back and look in the mirror because it's not that goddamn serious. I'm black, and I know that people respect me, whether it's on here or at my job, right? Or when I go on the street, or when I go out west to a fucking all white restaurant, and they still treat me with respect there. So don't give me that shit that black people don't are not valued in this country because it's fucking horseshit, right? That kind of shit pisses me off. People saying dumb shit like that. Um, Georgia boy, thank you for the donation. I appreciate it, man. Thanks. It comes down to people, guys. Fucking people. All right. And people are going to be assholes. And people, believe it or not, guys, are going to sit there and say, you know what? They're going to get in an argument with you. They don't know you from a hole in the wall. But to get you pissed off, they're going to say what I told you earlier. They're going to call you nigger. They're going to call you, you black son of a bitch. They're going to say that shit on purpose to piss you off. Meanwhile, they probably don't even fucking mean it. All right? I don't know how many times I said shit to piss people off. I mean, to fucking go at them. All right? And Ani Mask, I'm gonna tell you something. You're right. There is no one out there that's offering for black folks. But we have to choose someone, and Biden isn't the goddamn choice. That guy was putting black dudes away in jail for fucking bullshit crimes. He was passing laws for that. So now all of a sudden you ain't black because you don't vote for him. Fuck Biden, right? Fuck him in the ass. He's an imbecile at best. Uh, Ani Mask, again, you're wrong. All lives are being. First of all lives are not being slaughtered by police. You're right. But you want to go? You want to go? Who's slaughtering black people? Black people are slaughtering black people. Again, do some research before you bring this shit to me because I will absolutely destroy you here on live stream. Destroy you with facts. So we're not going to we're not going to play this game that cops are slaughtering black folks. It's not even a fucking close to truth. All right. Gibson, we need smart black people to save America, not the fucking idiots running around here, robbing, killing, and stealing and stealing from each other and breaking into stores and taking Louis Vuitton bags. That's not what the fuck we need. We need people to save this country. Bottom line, right? And again, it's not a black and white thing. Now, one side of me does like to talk about black and white, and that's Black history. And yes, Black history should be taught a little more in schools. Absolutely, it should be more than a month. It actually might be a curriculum, if you will. But that's where my black and white issues go. I think Black history should be taught a little more. There should be more black heroes integrated in the history. Not that we should. Sorry, let me walk that back. Not that we should. Not that we should have black history. We should integrate more black heroes into history. Period. Um, uh, Ekham, if I'm saying your name wrong, sorry. Ekham. You're right. You're right. It probably is proximity, or maybe it isn't. Maybe it's self hate. I don't know. I just know that I live in a black neighborhood, and I'm watching dudes hammer each other out for bullshit in this neighborhood. I work in a black neighborhood, and I see blacks killing, stabbing, and shooting at each other for bullshit. All right. So, um, again, you know, I, you're not gonna have this conversation with me because I see the shit. I see the shit day to day. Right. I see it day to day. My Citizens app blows up day to day. All right. So we're not gonna sit there and act like cops are the only ones doing the misjustice. Yes, cops are fucking people up. Yes, I'm not gonna dispute that. But it's not all cops. It's a few goddamn bad apples in a bunch. So again, you're gonna crucify the entire group for fucking a few? No, no way. We chat. You're right. You are absolutely right. You're 100% right. Right. We have more opportunities today than we ever did. We have way more fucking opportunities available to us today, and we are not taking it. Period. So, um, for people who are saying we're being mistreated with this, with that, eat a dick because we're not. Today, you can probably go on your computer, especially now with everything going on. You can go on your computer right now and find programs to help you get out of whatever situation you need to be. But the black community fails to realize is that they don't take accountability for their fucking actions. And that's what it comes down to. If you can look in the mirror and go, you know what? I'm lazy. I'm not doing the right fucking thing. I'm not getting up early in the morning to get what I want to get. That shit is on you. That's not on a white man. That's not on a cop. That's on you. So, enough of that rant. Um, City crime. So, city crime is going up. Murders are up 23%. Burglary is up 46%. Shootings are up 36%. Shooting victims up 42%. Robberies only up 1%. I think that's a lie. Not that it's a lie. I think a lot of robberies do not get reported. It's sort of like rapes. Rapes don't get reported, and I understand why they don't get reported. But shooting victims are up. Robberies up. Grand larceny, auto, or grand theft auto, if you will, is up 61%. Now, rape citywide is down. Crime as a whole is up 40%, and shooting as a whole is up 25%. Now, shooting victims and shootings are both up, but I guess as a whole, it goes under shootings is up 25%. City crimes are out of control, and then you have disorderly shit like fireworks going off in the fucking background here. And parents need to teach Black history. We chat. You're right. My father taught me Black history. He taught me pretty much everything there was to know about Black history. He used to buy these little books, these little thin books, and in these thin books there were um, Black heroes, and there must have been like 12 of them. So first of all, as a 12 or 11-year old, when he brought these books home, I had no clue there were that many Black heroes. So there was a lot. I mean, a lot. And he made us read one Black hero pretty much a day, and then do a book report on it. That's how we learned about Black heroes. Um, that being said, that was my father who taught us about Black history. Right? Every other parent, again, parents across the board, need to take accountability for their kids' schooling. All right? I'm not great at it. I have to admit, I'm not great at teaching my kids a lot of shit other than Black history and science. Depends on what the science is on. Pretty okay with. But what you call it? Listen, guys, it is what it is. We just, as the human race right now, we all need to take accountability for our shit. We need to look in the mirror and go, you know what? I fucked that up. I did that. I did this. I need to make this better. I need to make that better. Pointing the finger on somebody else. Thank you, Hector. Pointing the finger on somebody else and going, look, they did this to me. Those days are over. If you were born in the 40s and 50s, you can absolutely sit there and say racism cost you your job. Racism cost you not to grow. Absolutely. But this is 2020. No more of that shit. All right. And thank you, DIY. And enough. Like enough with the blame game. The blame game is over. We have to stop blaming other people for our woes. Right. And guys, that is just the bottom line. Um, JD 1459. Uh, am I repenting? Is the people repenting? I really don't like those one word, like comments. They just Samantha, thank you. But listen, it is what it is, man. PT PTBW, either or is my biggest fear, because it's just going to go down badly, no matter which way it goes. Even if the cops arrest whoever hangs who immediately, it's still not going to go fucking. It's not going to go good, no matter how you look at it. Um, you know, and it listen. It is what it is. It's going to be it's going to be bad. right? No matter how you look at it. Um, So anyway, let's talk about. So we talked about the channel. So now the new swine flu, guys. I didn't get most of the information I wanted to get on it. I am going to do a video on it. But right now, the new swine flu is called the G4, right? It's the cousin or genetically connected to the H1N1. Right now, it hit all the markers to be a pandemic. So that means, oh, wait, and guess where this started? I'll give you guys one fucking guess where this started. What's going on, Titus? Guys, write your answers in the comment below. Thank you, Agent. So anyway, it's hitting all the markers to become a pandemic. Right now, they think that it's able to spread from pig to human, but not human to human, which is I guess good. So unless people are hanging out with pigs, it'll be pretty hard to get. But they're saying it has a potential. Thank you, Unbridled. Thank you, Soylent. Absolutely. Skyscraper, B. Riley, Leap of Faith. Exactly. Brandon B. Exactly. Uh, Gene Close, but same country. You know. So exactly, guys. So double pandemic. Right. Clear skies. It's on fucking real. So being that the other thing is too, they were saying with this from what I read that this is way more contagious than the coronavirus. So we might not have a coronavirus. Daniel, that's a good one. We might not have another coronavirus, or we'll have a second wave of coronavirus mixed with this fucking shit, right? This new fucking swine flu G4. Um, so this is going to make for an interesting year. Now, again, it's only transmitted from pig to human, not human to human, but they've had a couple cases so far. I don't know how many, but they researchers, Chinese researchers, of course, found this thing. They are letting us know early. So, Wanda, yes, Wanda Drew, China. Everybody, you got to correct China, right? I am so tired of China and their bullshit. Um, Iowa Prepper, yeah, I'm so tired of China and their bullshit. Anthony, what's going on? Um, it's enough already with them and their shit. I mean, how many more fucking viruses got to come out of that country before we drop the fucking hammer on these people? I mean, like, if we're gonna go to war with anybody, it should be China. We should be kicking the fucking shit out of them to have them get it right. I'm sorry. Another fucking pandemic might come out of there, and I do give them some credit. I mean, like this much credit for letting us know this early before it becomes an issue. That only means it's going to become an issue if they're warning us. So I do not know. Rebecca, no, but you should definitely be. People with pigs should definitely start monitoring it. Now, again, this is in China as of right now, so I would say start monitoring your pigs every day, making sure they don't come down with the symptoms. I do not know what the symptoms are for pigs. I didn't get that far. I had to, what you call, North Shore Preparedness. You might not have been unsubscribed. I lost my old channel, and I created this channel, which was the outdoor channel, um, into the new Angryprepper channel. So you probably didn't get unsubscribed. It was because my old channel was deleted. Um, yeah, Campa, exactly. And WeChat, exactly. Another fucking gift from China. Tony Smith, you're not fucking kidding. Hong Kong is toast, man. Holy shit, toast is not even a goddamn word. Um, it's just it's bad over there. Really accurate. I appreciate it. And really accurate. You are right. Really accurate. First of all, thank you for the donation. And yes, you are right. This is definitely some like psych op shit because every time something starts to die off, for example, what four guys were hung and here in the United States recently, right? One of them was confirmed to be suicide, but now they're trying to carefully. Oh, sorry, two of them were considered suicide. My fault. One was caught on camera, and the other one was. I sorry, they were both caught on camera. Sorry, and the other two they're still investigating. But listen, Suicide sucks. Suicide is up. All right, I'm releasing the video tomorrow, by the way, on more civil unrest on the way. But suicide is up, so I can absolutely see somebody hanging themselves to make it look like they were hung by somebody else. Um, Sorry to hear that, Lisa, but yeah, again, YouTube is being a bunch of cocks. So I just keep me in mind, and then and we'll keep me in mind, and you could just like look me up every now and again to see my videos. So listen, guys, it is what it is with these suicides, right? It sucks, but nonetheless, it is what it is. And two of the guys haven't been confirmed yet. So now you had two guys who hung themselves, and for whatever reason, um, they made a suicide right out of the gates. Now listen, if you look at the neighborhood, you look at the areas they were in, you're gonna be like, all right, that makes sense that it was suicide, because I don't see a white person or people coming into a neighborhood to hang a black dude. It's just not happening. I see them grabbing a black dude from a black neighborhood, taking him back home to their white neighborhood and hanging him there, or a neutral area wherever it is and hanging him. But I do not see. Thank you, Johnny. I do not see. Um, uh, Adventure Vin, yeah, all four were black. I think three were black, and I think one might have been Dominican, because the one was in Washington Heights. I'm just assuming. His name didn't sound. I hate to say it, black. Um, it sounded more Dominican than it did not black, but American. But like I said, it was four guys in the last month that hung themselves, and families are trying to make sense of it, so they're automatically thinking they're being hung because of racism. That's the fucking immediate point the family went to. They went right to, fuck it. Someone did it because he was happy yesterday. You know how many suicides they were happy 5 minutes before they killed themselves, right? So people were trying to make sense of the death, and so I get that. I wholeheartedly understand. What's going on? Be ready today. I wholeheartedly understand that. So um, we're going to see more suicides like that. All right, and just joined. Yeah, thank you for joining us. Be ready. So Daniel, I could see China doing that. Doing the whole EMP. That would really suck because I don't think I'm quite ready for an EMP. I'm ready as far as food and water goes, but I'm not ready as far as backup communication goes. But whatever. I'll make it work. Terry Can, thank you for the donation. I appreciate that. Um, you've given enough. Thank you. I appreciate the donation. And Matthew, we are. We definitely listen. First of all, the other fight we need to get into is with Russia. Russia's pulling some slimy shit, and Russia needs to be taken down. I mean, or fight. And I know that listen, Russia and China together will kick our asses, but we got to put up a fight somewhere because again, that shit that Russia did with the American troops, or supposedly did with the American troops, trying to get them assassinated, or putting a bounty on their head, sorry, to get them assassinated with Taliban or something like that, or Al Qaeda, whichever the two it was. Um, that's fucking shit, guys, and that's bad. So that being said, um, Russia's our fucking enemy again. Russia was never our friend. Now I know people. Charlie Lovell, yes, I do think that some of these suicides are planned out to look like racial events, if you will. What are the chances that two of the kids who were actually caught, kids, one was a kid, one was a guy, who were caught on video hanging themselves, all right? And then one of the family members came forward and said, no, he hung himself. Um, what are the chances, right, that we have this racial tension going on, and during this racial tension, this guy hangs himself? I mean, come on. The guy was thinking. I mean, maybe they weren't thinking, "How can I stoke the racial fire?" But they were hanging from a tree. Hanging from a tree, right, is symbolic of black people. Right. Be ready today. Again, thank you for the donation. It's symbolic of black people. Blacks were hung from trees all throughout slavery, and even afterwards, right? Even after Jim Crow's destroyed, even after the civil rights movement, blacks were hanging from the trees, and the fact that these guys hung themselves from trees, that's just a tad bit odd, man. And I, whatever, man. I think that they were trying to start some shit before they died. That's one. Listen, people think, well, suicides don't think that way. I've seen a suicide where the motherfucker lit himself on fire and fell off a cliff. Right? So it would be interesting. Tyrone, you might be right about that. It would be interesting. So um, it's not a coincidence, man. It really isn't. Lindy, yes, I've played war games. I've seen the movie. I know where they're target. But China wisened up. Instead of attacking us nuclear, they figured they'd buy us out like they're doing now, right? There's more of a tactic in buying the land of your enemy and then taking it over from the inside than it is dropping a bomb on us. Pe- uh, PT Alive, thank you for that. I appreciate it. And listen, I appreciate the honest conversation. So don't get it wrong. Honest conversations, making up points is one thing because you're bringing up valid questions and shit, right? You're not like a couple other people spewing bullshit. You're bringing up valid questions, and I appreciate it, right? And it's also going to challenge me to think. Marie, sorry. I was talking about the four suicides that hung themselves earlier. So they hung themselves from trees, and I feel like they did it to make it look like they were hung by white folks. And two of them were caught on video doing so, right? And when I mean caught on video, just they were trying to commit suicide for whatever reason, and they hung themselves from trees. So now, during this racial tension, four black guys hanging themselves from trees, that to me is a tactical move on your suicide. You're thinking it through. How do I make fucking again, like Terry said, emotions run high. You hang yourself. Uh, Terry, no, you're right. I hope. Listen, guys, I hope I'm fucking severely wrong with this hanging bullshit. I hope I'm wrong with people hanging people. I hope I'm wrong with them doing a live stream to hang themselves, or sorry, doing a live stream and having some white guy hang a black guy, or having some black guys hang a white guy. I hope I'm dead wrong about that. Um, I just, I don't, I don't know what to say behind that. I really don't. I just, you know, right, Tony Smith, right, and then Bubba had the noose in his garage. He was trying to play that bullshit. Like, who was it, Juicy Smollett, right, or Smollett, whatever the fuck his name is. Um, he tried to play that card. Meanwhile, there were pictures of him standing next to that same noose, the entire time. Gibson, yeah, you're right. Tactical suicide. Listen, you got people who do it all the time, man. You got some people who kill themselves in some ways. You're like, who the fuck thinks of that before they kill themselves? You know, exactly, Michael. Fake news media, right? So, guys, I mean, listen, we're gonna have that was the other thing to the racial tension. We're gonna have more people conjuring up racial incidents, fake racial incidents. All right. So, Bubba Wallace being one of them, the Juicy Smollett character, right? Two white guys beat me up and said, what the fuck was that term you used, MAGA for life, or this is MAGA country, which I like, by the way. I love that saying, but it's just we're gonna see more of those. We're gonna see more fake fucking bullshit. My thing with this whole fake shit is this is 2020. You cannot be that stupid. Can't be that stupid to plan some shit and not know it's going to get back to you as fake. You know. And then the crazy shit is after Bubba Wallace was told by the FBI that it wasn't what he thought it was, he continued to beat the drum of racism and how that was a noose. Again, the guy's pushing a fake narrative right down the road. Speaking of fake narratives, Colin Kaepernick, fuck that asshole. And I hope anyone who's watching this might know him or know of him. Fuck him. Fuck him in the ear. Because, what's his name? Brett Favre, right? The old football player, said that he was a hero. And he compared him to that other, that other football player who went Army Ranger, right, and compared fucking Colin Kaepernick to that piece of shit. Uh, sorry, compared that Ranger to that fucking piece of shit, Colin Kaepernick. Um, right, Bubble Smouye, it's insane. And Colin Kaepernick has a YouTube documentary. It's You're in MAGA country now, boy. Thank you, Matthews. That's for us. You're in MAGA country now. Hey, listen, I had to laugh even when I first heard the case. I was laughing like you wouldn't believe, just because it was funny. I don't know what else to say about that. Yes, Pamela, you're absolutely right. You're right, right? And this guy has a documentary coming about him. Pat Tillman. Thank you, Michael. I couldn't remember the guy's name. I knew it was Pat. I couldn't remember his last name, right? So, Colin Kaepernick has a documentary coming out on Netflix, I think, and it's about his life. Fucking Colin Kaepernick's rich white life doesn't ring a bell. One, doesn't do anything for me, right? Thank you, Timothy. And this bag of shit, who's had everything handed to them, it has a documentary on his fucking life, right? Denise, thank you, Joseph. Kaepernick, uh, Colin Kaepernick is not a hero. He's a fucking clown, right? He's an ass clown at that. The guy hasn't done anything fucking hard in his life. What, play football? Whoop-de-doo, so did I, right? For the FDNY football team, I made to be one of the best water boys you ever seen. Um, Kidding. I played a little field time with the FDNY football. Guess what? It's a hard sport, but it's not as hard as doing real fucking shit, right? And Colin Kaepernick hasn't done real shit in his life. He's never been on a fucking boat in the Bering Sea getting fucking crabs out of the ocean. He never had to crawl down a fucking tunnel to mine coal. He never had to chase after a fucking perp down a fucking alleyway, wondering if he's gonna get shot. He never had to go down a fucking hallway lit on fire while putting the fucking fire out. Colin Kaepernick has never done a hard thing in his fucking life. So fuck him. And that bag of shit. And the fact that Netflix is giving him, I think it's Netflix giving him a documentary. If Netflix is giving him a documentary, guys, I'm gonna call for a boycott of Netflix. That means for 1 month, everybody unsubscribe to Netflix. If they are the ones who are hosting it, if they even host that piece of shit thing, everyone should unsubscribe from Netflix immediately. Let those motherfuckers feel it, because the only way they're gonna listen to us right now is hitting them in the fucking pockets. And how do we hit them in the pockets? We fucking unsubscribe from them bags of shits, right? Whoever hosts this, unsubscribe from them. Period. And what's going on, RP? And that's how we fucking make our voices heard, if you will. Because the guy's a fucking is whatever. You get it. He's a bag of shit. And listen, guys, this whole kneeling shit is gonna get out is it's gonna get out of control. I get the the protest, but if you're gonna kneel through the entire game, you know what's gonna fucking happen next? You're gonna have people in the crowd kneeling. When you have no shit, Timothy. I'm real close to canceling Netflix. The only reason why I can't cancel Netflix is because there's a couple of shows I really like and I gotta finish. And when I'm done, I'm done. But if this Colin Kaepernick shit happens before I finish those shows, I'm done with Netflix. Um, Fuck them. But loves Our Lady. I'd never seen Uncle Tom the movie, but I did read the book a long time ago. Right. So you're right. I'm sorry, guys. Gibson, thank you for bringing that up again. Kneeling is a form of slavery. Kneeling was a form of kings and queens making their subjects kneel. Now you're telling me that you're going to kneel for the for those who died from police brutality. Okay, bullshit, but okay. Then it's going to become something else. You're going to be kneeling for something else. Now, the football players are going to start kneeling more. All right. Then the audience, if you will, the crowd are going to start kneeling. Okay. At what point are they going to turn on other fucking customers in the audience who don't kneel. That's going to be the problem. How many football players are going to turn around and scream at other football players who don't kneel? That's going to be the problem. And guys, once that becomes the problem, we have to stop supporting the NFL. That's another one. I know everyone loves their football, but fuck the NFL if they continue to carry on with this kneeling shit. The NFL doesn't pay taxes as is. They're probably feeling this no money shit because there's no games going. Guess what? You want to fucking make them feel it more? Boycott the NFL as well. Do not watch a game. If you have season tickets, I guess you go because you already have them. But if you don't pay for another fucking game. Fuck them. Right, Daniel, right? So Pat Tillman was an Army Ranger who gave up fucking millions to serve his country. What did Kaepernick do? Dick. Got a Nike deal or some shit like that, or a Nike ad, right? So, right, fuck Kaepernick. Oh, no shit. Okay, Joseph, I didn't know that. I have to look it up. I definitely got to look it up. Thank you, Joseph Benson. Appreciate that. I thought it was the movie. Right, and listen, guys, that kneeling shit's out. It's fucking out. I mean, it's a way for. Listen, if Black Lives Matter is a Marxist movement, um, then kneeling sounds about right. Sounds about there. What you call it? Right? Cancel the NFL. NASCAR is losing too. Um, NASCAR is going to take a huge hit, guys, because believe it or not, them boys down south and out west don't play that shit. So you want to ban the fucking Confederate flag? So be it. You're gonna have nobody in the goddamn stands and nobody watching your fucking races. So that's good. NFL is next. NBA, guys might kneel, guys might not kneel. Listen, a civil-minded person is going. Okay, good. All right. I gotta look for it. What is it on Netflix? Please say no. But if that documentary's on Netflix, I'll definitely give it a watch. Or if it's on YouTube, I'll give it a watch. Um, Murder Row, yeah, fuck Jay Z. I never liked Jay Z anyway. The guy looks like a fucking fish to begin with. But that's just my personal opinion. I'm sorry. Sorry for that. But listen, guys, it's we're almost at the hour and a half mark. I'm trying to keep these to an hour and a half to an hour. It never works out in an hour. Every time I tell my wife, "Oh, I'm just gonna keep this, an hour," we go over because I'm having a good time. But so Michael the Horrible, if that's happening, NBA could be boycotted too. Fuck them. Listen, you're not supposed to take a political stance ever. And the fact of the matter is, guys, the NFL, the NBA, the NHL, right? They all seem to think that black people are being killed like hotcakes. We're not. All right, we're not. A few of us have gotten killed by cops. Yes, but way more of us are killed by um, Unbridled 42. Thank you, man. I like those in betweens. The Angryprepper JC looks like a fish anyway. Prepper. I appreciate that. Um, the NBA. Listen, guys, we have to protest this shit. Period. We have to stop watching their games. We have to stop buying their fucking t-shirts. Fuck these guys and their t-shirts. The guys who make millions and then fucking what you call it. The NBA, NHL, and NFL, they make money on all these merchandises. Fuck them. Stop buying this shit. Stop buying it for your kids. I don't care if your kid got fucking straight A's this year behind a computer. Don't get them anything related to fucking the sports venues if they're going to take a political stance. These people are not supposed to take a political stance. They're supposed to just fucking play the game. They're not supposed to bring the political arena into the game. I've never remembered any of these fucking white players back in the days bringing their political beliefs in here. Ronald Reagan, George Bush, none of them. Now all of a sudden it's okay to take a knee and bring Black Lives Matter in. Black lives are being fucking destroyed by Black lives, right? So if you're going to address that, then by all means, write Black Lives Matter all over the goddamn place. But if you're not going to address it, then you're full of shit because you're only taking the fucking the you're only taking the meat and potatoes of is a white cop killing a black guy. That's it. You know how many fucking white guys, innocent white guys, died from fucking cops? So, and first of all, more than black men, right? And secondly, why is it not being telecast? Yes, Marbury, you're right. If pro sport players are really concerned about black lives, they should be giving to low income youth organizations. But they're not. I know a few of them do, but not all of them. That being said, you're not going to all of a sudden fucking, care about black people. I mean, stop the bullshit. Yes, North Shore preparedness. All lives matter, right? And listen, here's the thing, guys. See you later, Jenny. Here's the thing, guys. We know all lives matter. I mean, I think I'm annoyed with that one too because it's a given. All lives matter. But Black Lives Matter is fucking annoying. And it's fucking everywhere. You know what? There was a sign in front of my building. Someone wrote Black Lives Matter. I took the sign, snapped it in two, and threw it in the garbage can. Right? And then there was another sign that said "fuck the pigs," and they drew a picture of a pig. Somebody took the time to draw a picture of a pig with a police hat. I snapped that in two, threw it in the garbage, and I did it outside to make sure people saw me do it. There hasn't been a sign since, right? So there's just certain things I don't play because you're not going to tell me Black Lives Matter and fucking drug dealers right there on the block are selling their shit, doing this shit, and getting shot at on an occasional basis, right? Why people are getting tired of seeing black people attack them. Sorry, PB Live, if this shit keeps moving, division is going to cause racial division. Why people are getting tired of. Well, listen, guys. I mean, black people are start right. Uh, alive, PT alive. Black people are attacking now. They're attacking white folks, right? Whether that's monetarily, over social media, they're attacking them, right? Some white girl puts braids in her hair, and then all of a fucking sudden, she's it's cultural appropriation. Don't give me cultural appropriation pisses me off to no end, especially when the black community sees a white girl with braids. Listen, fucko, if you're gonna look at a white girl and scream at her for wearing braids, you better take that hair straightening bullshit you put in your hair out. You can't have it both ways. You can't yell at a white girl for having braids, but you can sit there and relax your hair till it's straight, right? And again, that's the fucking double standard we're dealing with. So we're dealing with people doing shit on one side of the aisle, but then wagging their fingers at the other. It don't make any sense, man. It just doesn't make any sense. I'm annoyed. I'm thoroughly annoyed. And it's fucking enough already. Black people are beating up on white folks. There was some white kid that got beat up in one of the riots because he was trying to protect his store. I'm like, you fucking kidding me? Heather Wine. And listen, to be fair, braids doesn't just belong to black folks. Braids were also a Viking thing. Before uh, black women had longer hair, right? So habitually in Africa, black women have short hair, and if they grow it out, it turns into a fro. Then they can relax it. But braids were also a Viking thing, which is white folks, right? So it goes back and forth. It is not just a black thing. All right. So when people tell me about, well, black women they started braids. No, the fuck they didn't. Do your goddamn history. Native Americans also wore braids. Thank you, Rebecca. Right. So it's not a fucking black and white thing. It's a people thing. But to say that black people started it, again, you're wrong. You're just simply wrong. So thank you, Brian, for that. We all came here to chew gum and whip ass. But listen, guys. I mean, listen. As far as the whole racism thing goes, like I said before, I experienced racism. I'm not a stranger to it. I've been uh, kicked out of places by Native Americans. All right, who I was thoroughly surprised at, or sorry, thoroughly shocked that they, you know, um, were going to treat us, me and the ex-wife, like shit. And so that being said, what's going on, best bar in town? That being said, once that opens your eyes that racism is all over the place, man. It's just not a black and white thing. I'm not a stranger to it. I've experienced it from damn near every race, right? Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Chinese, Koreans, right? Fucking Yugoslavians, uh, not South Africans, Mexicans, So listen, I've got it from all angles, man. There's no such thing as um, white people are the only racist group in America. Because if you say that, you're an asshole, and if you think that, unsubscribe from me, right? I mean, it's just that what you call it. Yeah, James. Yes, Native Americans. I had two incidents where I experienced racism, straight racism from Native American, and one I actually threatened to punch a fucking chick in the face because she got stupid, and I was just again I was a little taken back, by that whole thing because I thought Native Americans and African Americans were on the same page. We're both treated like shit over a long period of time. I thought there was like a kumbaya moment. Nope. She might as well spit in my face. And it got ugly. And because she did it in front of my kids. What's going on, James? So that's when I fucking almost lost my shit. And listen, I wasn't gonna hit her, but I could have definitely fucking, lost my shit on her. But I didn't. Because one, I wasn't in New York, I was in Arizona. And two, um, it probably wasn't worth it. Now looking back on it, it wasn't worth it. It was worth saying what I said to her, right? But it wasn't worth. It wouldn't have been worth it hitting her if it came down to it. Um, but and I do not advocate hitting women, but this chick took me to a new level, and I think I was more pissed that it came from a Native American. When I was in Arizona, I was all but um, expecting racism. Like I wasn't going to be surprised, right? Wasn't going to be surprised at all. But when it happened where it happened and it happened with who it happened with, I was like, you fucking kidding me? And so I went off on her. And the patrons, because she was a bartender, and the patrons she was with, they just sat there and they turned their backs. So now I'm yelling at her, and instead of them turning around and be like, yo, calm down, this and the third, they turned their backs like the shit wasn't happening. So again, sitting there protecting her customers, her white customers, they fucking turned their back on her. So, Angel, good night, man. So listen, guys, it was one of those moments where I was taken back. Now I'm never surprised. Uh, Never surprised with racism from anyone, like ever. Right? I mean, I don't know if this is racism or colorism, but even light-skinned black people, black women actually, that were like, you're too dark, or you're too, you're too black for me. Whatever the fuck that means, I really don't know what the fuck that means. And I've gotten that from like light skinned black women, and so and I don't see it happening anymore. But I remember a few light skinned black guys were just like uh, uppity about themselves. They felt like they stood above us, darker skinned dudes. But listen, guys. Again, racism is all over the place. It is not a black and white thing. All right. So that being said, um, very good, Terry Can. I was in Sedona, and Sedona, guys. Sedona's an awesome place to live. Um, it's an awesome place to live. It's an awesome place to visit. But if you are an outsider and coming in Arizona, they're not going to like you. Now, some people don't like outsiders at all. Doesn't matter whether you're black or white. If you're an outsider, you're a fucking outsider. You have to also understand that. See, that's the other thing too with a lot of black guys. They think just because somebody white doesn't like them, it's racism. No, dude. If you're in somebody's town or neighborhood, it could be because you're in their town and neighborhood and you're an outsider. That's it. Um, and listen, be ready. I can understand being pissed, but don't be pissed at me. I didn't do anything to you and the people. I didn't do anything to Native Americans, right? I was just trying to get something to eat, and then that bullshit went down, and then saying the shit she said, I was like, get the fuck out of here. It was almost like it was being in a twilight zone. It was like being in a twilight zone. Like, I mean, I was just like, holy shit. So again, guys, that was like a few years ago. So now, like, nothing surprises me, right? Nothing racist surprises me. I can't. Donna, good night. But listen, guys, again, it is what it is. Um, you don't fucking go hands on until they go hands on with you first. Period. And I don't ever go hands on with a woman um, because they're women. Listen, this equal rights shit, like the women movement, the Me Too movement, um, they can scream and shout all the shit they want. You don't go hands on with them, right? Just because we are stronger than they are, and you could do a lot of damage hitting the chick. Hell, I hate to say this, you could do a lot of damage hitting a fucking hipster these days. Some of these hipsters are built like fucking 10-year-old schoolgirls. So you can't even go hands on with fucking uh, men, hipster men, because you could break them. You know, it's just insane. So no women. You're not to hit women. Sorry for that. You're not to hit women, and you're not to hit hipsters because you could break them, right? And that's just the bottom line. All right, guys. Sorry for the switching camera. My camera just went just took a shit on me because I guess it got too hot and I ran over the hour-and-a-half mark. So it looks like this camera can only hold up for an hour and a half, and then after that it overheats, I guess. Tamara, good night. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. Um, guys, listen. Um, there's another, I guess, something real quick I want to talk about. So people are not perfect, and I have this sense that um, when you look up to people here on YouTube, whatever it is, um, you 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 gotta understand people have flaws, right? I have my flaws. I have a fucking lot of flaws. I know I have an anger issue that I've been controlling because I have no choice but to control it. Only because it doesn't get you anywhere. Being angry doesn't get you anywhere. So that being said, whoever it is you follow on YouTube, whether it's the President of the United States or your favorite prepper or your favorite makeup artist or hipster you like to watch and make fun of, everyone has their bad moments. I watch people destroy a couple people on YouTube because they made a mistake. And you can't hold them to that. Um, and Jesus, 542 people. That's good. I mean, I think I peaked at 600 today, but that's good. So anyway, right, we're not perfect, guys, and that's just what it is. So I do appreciate you guys sticking with me and my bullshit. Um, you know, I understand that we it's I understand that you guys are following me. Again, I appreciate you guys for sticking up for me. For some of the people that leave stupid comments, I mean, some of you guys fucking want the war with this one dude on my last video or two videos ago. You guys want to fucking war on him. And I was like, there was like 155 comments, like beating this dude up, and I thought that was really impressive, really fucking impressive. I was, like I said, I enjoyed it, but you know, again, you guys back me up, and I appreciate that. So do not think I don't appreciate it. I do. I appreciate the backup, guys. So it is it is what it is. Solid Green, thank you for joining us. Simply Living, thank you. Um, but guys, listen, I'm going to call it quits. I am over an hour and a half. I'm an hour and 38. Um, great job, Tyrone. Tyrone, if I missed your comments, I'm sorry, man. Anything that anybody wants to say to me, you can email me at angryprepper@gmail.com. I will get back to you. I do try to address it. It's just, now I'm getting a lot of emails, like a lot of comments and emails. Um, my moderators, thank you for helping me out tonight and helping me out in the past and helping me out in the future, guys. I do appreciate all the help, and I appreciate you guys having my back. All right, guys. So that is it for tonight. I might have another one. I might do another live stream in Wildwood, New Jersey, if my wife lets me get away with it. Because sometimes she has to drop the hammer, and dropping the hammer is on me doing a fucking live stream in Wildwood. Edward, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Oh, by the way, guys, before I go, one more thing. When I do my live streams now, I'll be doing it on this. Right? So this is a gimbal. It's a gimbal for a camera. Um, the super chats, well, it wasn't a super chat, but the money I got from the commercials for YouTube was able to buy that. So now I can keep the camera still while walking. All right, guys? Listen, again, uh, thank you for joining me tonight. This is the Angry Prepper signing off. By the way, go check out NY Prepper's live stream. NY Prepper's live now. He should still be on. All right? Thank you for joining me, guys.